You know those moments when you meet someone really, truly wise? Someone who's figured things out.
Yeah, someone who's clearly successful, not just materially, but like deeply.
Exactly. Imagine bottling up all that wisdom, those life lessons. Well, there's a book that kind of does that, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Oh yeah, it's changed millions of lives, genuinely.
So today, we're doing a deep dive for you. We're not just summarizing. We want to pull out the real, actionable stuff from a great breakdown. We found a transcript from the Pod English channel discussing the book.
Right. Our mission here is to really unpack these 7 habits, make them super clear, see how you can actually use them.
So you can walk away feeling like, okay, I get this, and I can start making some changes. Sound good?
Let's do it. We'll go one by one, keep it practical.
Perfect. Okay, habit 1, be proactive. What's the essence of this one?
Well, at its heart, it's about taking responsibility, full stop. Recognizing that you control your responses, even when you can't control what happens to you.
So it's about not being a victim of circumstance.
Precisely. The transcript really nails this difference between reactive and proactive people. Reactive folks, they tend to blame.
Like, my teacher failed me, or my boss won't promote me, or even just life's unfair, so I'm unhappy.
Exactly. It's like life is just happening to them. They feel powerless. We've all been there, right? Feeling pushed around by events.
Oh, for sure. That canceled flight ruins a meeting, that mean comment sours your day. It's an easy trap.
But proactive people, they flip the script. They look at a challenge and ask, okay, what can I do?
So instead of the market's bad, it's how can I adapt my business strategy?
Or instead of he makes me so mad, it's, okay, why am I reacting this way? How can I respond better? Taking ownership.
The transcript had that cool analogy with James and Daniel, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. James hits snooze, rushes, blames traffic, gets to work all stressed out. Reactive.
And Daniel?
Daniel wakes up early, plans, stays calm, even with delays. Proactive. You can just feel who's more in control, who's likely setting themselves up for a better day, better outcomes.
It makes you think about that idea of the circle of concern versus the circle of influence.
That's a key concept Covey uses, yeah.
Yeah.
Our concern includes everything we worry about: global warming, politics, what others think. Loads of stuff we can't directly control.
But the circle of influence.
That's where the proactive person focuses. Your habits, your skills, your attitude, your responses, things you can actually do something about.
So practically speaking, how can someone listening start being more proactive?
First step, the transcript suggests: listen to your language.
Yeah.
Are you using victim phrases? I can't, if only he makes me.
Catch yourself doing that.
Right. And then reframe.
Yeah.
Ask that power question. What can I do to make this better? Even if it's just controlling your own attitude.
Choose your response. Don't just react on impulse.
Exactly. It sounds simple, but consciously choosing your response again and again, it's genuinely life-changing. Think about one area where you feel reactive right now. Just one. What's one small proactive step you could take?
Good challenge. Okay, let's move to habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. This sounds like vision, planning.
Yeah, precisely. It's about having a really clear picture of where you want to go, what you want your life or a project or even just your day to look like in the end.
The transcript mentioned everything's created twice.
Right. First mentally, then physically. Think about building a house. You need the blueprint, the mental creation, before you lay a single brick, the physical creation.
Makes sense. You wouldn't just start digging randomly, hoping a nice house appears.
Exactly. But isn't that how many people live their lives? Sort of. Wandering, without a clear destination or plan. Habit 2 says, no, design it first.
Like that Cristiano Ronaldo example in the transcript, he didn't just accidentally become one of the best.
No way. He had that vision, that end in mind from when he was a kid. I will be the best. That mental blueprint drove everything else.
So how do we apply this? It sounds big.
It starts with defining your goals clearly. What do you really want in your career, relationships, health, personal growth? Get specific. Visualize it daily. See yourself having achieved it. Feel it. This isn't just daydreaming. It's programming your mind.
And make decisions based on that vision.
Crucial. Ask yourself, does this choice, this action, move me closer to my end in mind? If not, maybe it's a no.
The transcript had that really intense exercise suggestion too, didn't it? About your funeral.
Oh yeah, powerful stuff. Imagine your own funeral. What do you want people to be saying about you? What legacy do you want to leave?
Wow, that really forces you to think about your core values. Hardworking, kind, made a difference, or wasted potential.
Exactly. It provides that ultimate end in mind to guide your present. It gives you clarity, purpose, direction.
Okay, powerful habit, which logically leads to habit 3. Put first things first. This sounds like time management.
Yes, but it's more than just to-do lists. It's about priority management, doing what's truly important, not just what feels urgent.
Ah, the important versus urgent distinction. That's key here, isn't it?
Absolutely. Urgent things, scream for attention emails, pinging, someone at your door, maybe a deadline someone else imposed. They feel like they need doing now.
But they might not actually move you towards your big goals.
Often they don't. Important things, on the other hand, contribute directly to your mission, your values, your end in mind. Things like exercise, quality time with family, strategic thinking, working on your dreams.
But they often don't have that immediate deadline pressure, so they get pushed aside.
Exactly. That's the trap. The transcript used that great analogy of the glass jar.
Right, with the big rocks, pebbles, sand, and water.
If you fill the jar with sand and water first, the urgent distractions, the small stuff, there's no room left for the big rocks, your most important priorities.
But if you put the big rocks in first,
Then the pebbles, sand, and water can often fit in around them. You prioritize the important, and the urgent finds its place, or you realize some of it wasn't necessary anyway.
so the common mistake is just reacting to whatever feels most urgent at the moment.
Yep. Firefighting all day. Effective people, the transcript stresses, are proactive here. They schedule their big rocks. They make appointments with themselves for what matters most.
Like the John versus David comparison in the transcript.
Perfect illustration. John checks his phone first thing, gets sucked into emails, urgent but low-value tasks, feels busy but isn't really productive on his core goals.
And David.
David blocks out time first thing for his most important project, maybe exercises, learns something new. He's intentionally putting first things first. Who do you think achieves more long-term?
Clearly David. So application tips.
Simple but powerful. 1. Identify your big rocks. What are the 2-3 most crucial things for you right now?
Okay.
2. Schedule them. Put them in your calendar like important meetings. Protect that time.
And 3.
Learn to say no gracefully to things that aren't priorities. Or delegate if you can. Stop letting the urgent crowd out the important.
Mastering this one really does feel like it could make you unstoppable, as the transcript put it.
It's about taking control of your time and energy, focusing it where it counts.
All right, habit 4. Think win-win. This sounds like it's about relationships and negotiation.
It is, but it's a fundamental mindset shift. It's moving away from seeing life as a competition where someone has to lose for you to win.
Like there's only so much success or happiness to go around, a scarcity mindset.
Exactly. Win-win is based on an abundance mentality. There's plenty for everyone. Think about sunlight or knowledge. One person enjoying it doesn't diminish it for others. Success can work like that too.
The transcript talked about different approaches, right? Win-lose, lose-win.
Yeah. Win-lose is the competitive approach. I need to win, even if you lose. Aggressive, maybe manipulative.
Lose-win.
That's being a doormat, basically. Letting others win at your expense, maybe to keep the peace or be liked. Not sustainable either.
And then win-win.
That's seeking mutual benefit. Finding solutions where everyone feels good about the outcome. It's collaborative, creative.
The group project example was good. The win-lose person tries to take all the credit, demotivates everyone.
Right. And the project probably suffers. The win-win leader encourages everyone, divides tasks fairly, values input.
And they likely get a much better result and build stronger team bonds.
Absolutely. Win-win builds trust and long-term relationships. The transcript gave other examples too, like a boss helping employees succeed, or a business genuinely serving its customers.
Not just trying to extract maximum profit in the short term.
Exactly. Selfishness might seem to work briefly, but it burns bridges. Win-win is about sustainable success.
So how do we cultivate this? Stop trying to beat everyone.
Pretty much. Shift from competing to collaborating. In any interaction, especially a disagreement or negotiation, ask, how can we both get what we need here? What's a solution that works for everyone?
And genuinely wanting others to succeed too.
Yes. Celebrating others' wins. Helping people. Life isn't a zero-sum game. Creating win-win situations leads to stronger partnerships, better results, and frankly, a more fulfilling life.
That's a great perspective shift. Okay, habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Communication.
The absolute cornerstone of effective communication, I'd say, and maybe one of the hardest habits for many people.
Why is that?
Because, as the transcript points out, most of us don't listen with the intent to understand. We listen with the intent to reply.
Ooh, guilty. You're already formulating your response while the other person is still talking.
Right. We're judging, advising, relating it back to our own experience before we've truly grasped their perspective, their feelings.
The transcript used that doctor analogy prescribing medicine before diagnosing the problem.
Perfect analogy. How effective would that doctor be? Yet we do it all the time in conversations. We jump in with solutions or opinions without fully understanding the situation. It leads to so many misunderstandings, conflicts, broken connections.
So what's the alternative? The transcript mentioned different listening levels.
Yeah, 4 levels. Ignoring, you're not really listening at all. Pretending, nodding along, but mind's elsewhere. Selective listening, only hearing bits that interest you. Attentive listening, focusing on the words, but maybe missing the deeper meaning or emotion.
And the goal is?
Empathic listening. That's level 4. Listening with your ears, eyes, and heart. Trying to see the world through their eyes, understand their feelings, their point of view, even if you don't agree with it.
That sounds deep. How does that play out?
The transcript had that powerful example of the teenager wanting to drop out of school.
Right. The typical parent reaction might be lecturing, arguing, forbidding it.
Total seek first to be understood mode. But the empathic parent, the habit 5 parent, would say something like, "Wow, that sounds serious. Tell me more about what's going on. Help me understand."
Creating space for the real reason to come out, maybe bullying, feeling lost.
Exactly. By seeking to understand first, you uncover the real issue and can then work together towards a solution. You build trust instead of walls.
So the practical advice is shut up and listen.
Sort of. Listen with the intent to understand. Put yourself in their shoes. Ask open-ended questions. How did that make you feel? Tell me more about that. Reflect back what you think you heard to check understanding.
It really could transform relationships, couldn't it? Build incredible trust.
Massive impact. You become more influential, too, because people know you actually hear them.
Okay, habit 6, synergize. This sounds corporate buzzwordy.
It can sound that way, but the concept is pure gold. It basically means the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. 1 + 1 = 3 or 10 or 100.
Through teamwork, collaboration.
Exactly. The transcript uses the simple image of 2 people trying to move a huge rock. Separately, they can't budget. Together, they can. That's synergy.
Why do we often fail at this, wanting to do it all ourselves?
That's a big part of it. Ego, lack of trust, maybe just thinking it's faster to do it alone. But truly effective people, the transcript emphasizes, understand the incredible power of teamwork.
It mentioned 3 levels again, dependent, independent.
Right. Dependent people rely on others, maybe blame them. Independent people are self-reliant, capable, which is good. They might think, I don't need anyone else. They can get stuck there.
And the highest level?
Interdependence. That's where synergy lives. You're strong and capable independently, but you choose to collaborate with other strong, capable people to achieve something far greater than any of you could alone.
Like building that house again? You could try to do it all yourself.
And it would take forever and probably wouldn't be very good. Or you bring together an architect, builder, plumber, electrician experts who synergize. The result, a much better house, built much faster.
The transcript mentioned big names like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk. They weren't lone wolves.
Not at all. Visionaries, yes. But Apple, SpaceX, massive team efforts built on synergy. Great achievements rarely happen in isolation.
So how do we foster synergy?
Actively look for people whose strengths complement your weaknesses. Value differences, different perspectives aren't threats, they're potential assets. Approach collaborations with that win-win mindset we talked about.
See differences as opportunities for creative solutions.
Exactly. When you combine different viewpoints respectfully, you often come up with ideas no single person would have thought of. That's the magic of synergy. You achieve more together.
Okay, that makes sense. And finally, habit 7, sharpen the saw, saving the best for last.
Well, it's the habit that makes all the others possible, really. It's about continuous self-renewal. Taking time to keep yourself in peak condition.
The woodcutter analogy in the transcript was great for this.
Yeah, the guy sawing away furiously with a dull saw, getting exhausted, making slow progress. Someone suggests stopping to sharpen it. He says, I can't, I'm too busy sawing.
We do that, don't we? Just push harder and harder, burning ourselves out without stopping to recharge or improve our tools ourselves.
Totally. Habit 7 says you must take time for renewal in 4 key areas to stay effective long-term.
What are the 4 areas?
Physical, mental, emotional, sometimes called social, emotional, and spiritual. They're all interconnected.
Okay, let's break them down. Physical.
Taking care of your body. Exercise, healthy eating, enough sleep. The transcript compares your body to a car. It needs regular maintenance to run well. Neglect it, and your energy drops. Your mind gets foggy. Your results suffer. Simple, but crucial.
Mental renewal.
Feeding your mind. Continuous learning, reading, taking courses, learning new skills, challenging your own beliefs, staying curious. The transcript uses a garden analogy, needs weeding and planting. Too many people stop actively learning after formal schooling. Big mistake.
Keep that mind sharp. What about emotional?
This is about nurturing your relationships, building connections, managing your emotions effectively, finding inner peace. Humans need connection. The transcript hints at how disconnected we can become. Sharpening the saw here means investing quality time with loved ones, practicing forgiveness, seeking positive interactions.
So tending to your heart and relationships. And spiritual.
This isn't necessarily religious, though it can be. It's about connecting to your deeper values, your purpose, what gives your life meaning. Why are you doing what you're doing?
Beyond just making money or ticking boxes.
Right. We all know people who are successful but deeply unhappy. Sharpening the spiritual saw might involve meditation, spending time in nature, reflecting on your values, doing meaningful work, connecting to something larger than yourself. It builds resilience.
Why is this the ultimate habit?
Think of your phone, the transcript suggests. Even the best smartphone is useless if the battery's dead, right?
Right.
Sharpening the saw is charging your battery. It ensures you have the energy, the clarity, the strength, the resilience to actually live the other 6 habits effectively, consistently, long-term.
It's the maintenance that keeps the whole system running smoothly.
Exactly. It's not selfish. It's essential for sustained high performance and well-being.
Wow. Okay, so to quickly recap those 7. 1, be proactive.
Take responsibility, choose your response.
2, begin with the end in mind.
Have a clear vision and purpose.
3, put first things first.
Prioritize the important over the urgent.
4, think win-win.
Seek mutual benefit in all interactions.
5, seek first to understand, then to be understood.
Listen empathically before you speak.
6, synergize.
Collaborate effectively. Value differences.
And 7, sharpen the saw.
Continuously renew yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
It really does feel like a blueprint for a different way of living, doesn't it? Moving beyond just reacting, beyond autopilot.
Absolutely. Applying these consistently, as the transcript implies, isn't just about being more productive. It's about becoming a leader in your own life, an inspiration perhaps, building deeper relationships, finding more meaning.
So for everyone listening, the choice is really yours now, isn't it?
It always is. You can hear all this, think, that's interesting, and go back to the same old patterns and excuses.
Or you can pick one habit,
Yeah.
just one, and start applying it today, consciously. Build that momentum.
Build that life of success, purpose, and happiness you're capable of. Your future self, that highly effective version of you, they're waiting.
Don't keep them waiting too long. Start now.